So we are going to unfold the mystery of black magic today with Dr. Safia.
The time they say there's a black magic, and somatic complaints, body pain,
Dissociative disorders,
body pain, headache is there, this doctor said MRI is normal, that doctor said there's no problem, don't come back to me. Now this is black magic, and most probably my relative has done it. 59% of the time it's a mental health disorder. 99%.
Oh my God.
They will also tell you who has done the black magic.
All those things, it's become an institution these days. Don't you feel like it's a mockery? Now there are institutions. There is an institution. Guys, welcome back to our Mine and Mike podcast season 2. Today we are talking about one of the interesting topics, which is black magic. How do our psychiatrists see it? I have with me Dr. Safia. My first question to you, Dr. Safia, is how many patients so far have complained about black magic when in reality it was a mental health disorder?
It's very surprising that many people, irrespective of the class they come from or the background they come from, the educational understanding they have, religion, they do talk about black magic. I think one point where I saw the unity, the best unity, is black magic. Irrespective of the religion, the power of black magic or the fear of black magic is so strong in all religion. At least somewhere we are same. So everybody is scared of it. And it is more than what we actually assume. So that is, I think it's spoken so much in our OPD. Sometimes we feel a need of actually looking at the other side of the table and see why is it so relevant even in today's world.
So it's a weird number of cases you have been seeing.
Yeah.
What is the common complaint they have?
See, many a times the range of the diagnosis differs. In psychosis especially, if there is any hallucination or delusion involved, if there is change in the behavior which is more or health related issue, most of the time there's a belief. The terms used are different. Mm-hmm. It changes from region, culture, religion, education background, from the way they present it, but always there's an element of doubt that it could be something extra, paranormal.
Mm-hmm. So, but then, what are the common mental health disorders wherein we see there is a element of black magic? When patients say, no, this is black magic.
Patients say psychosis, definitely.
Psychosis is one of them.
Most of the time they say there's a black magic. And somatic complaints, body pain.
Dissociative disorders,
body pain, headache is there, this doctor said MRI is normal, that doctor said there's no problem, don't come back to me. Because the doctor said there's no diagnosis, now this is black magic. Okay. And most probably my relative has done it.
For this reason, that reason.
Because we are doing so well in life, or I look whatever, so they have done a black magic.
And as you said, like, it's irrespective of belief system, right?
Yeah.
Any faith.
Very surprisingly true.
Okay, and I am 100% sure that these faith healers are taking advantage of these gullible patients. So, but how do we ascertain that this is not black magic? This is a mental health disorder. So I believe it's very difficult to convince these patients. Then how many patients you feel you have treated when in reality it was mental health disorder? Then they were kind of giving it away to black magic.
The insight in mental health disorder is 0, and in severe mental health disorder can be 0. So patients and the family members are at the most vulnerable state, and they are ready to believe whatever anybody says. Like if a sooth healer can come and say that I'm going to treat you, they're going to believe it because the suffering is so much. And at that point a judgment can be blurred because you just want to get out of the problem. Yeah. So it's not about what patient says, it's what we feel is there is a huge cultural impact on it, and religious impact on it too, and mental health impact on it. 99% of the time it's a mental health disorder. 99%
Oh my
of the time.
God.
Maybe 1% we can still debate and ask, and we can still talk about it. But 99% it's mental health disorder.
No, I was
unless put
actually
otherwise.
coming to that question. Does it exist?
Black magic per se. See, now it has different flavors, different understanding based on faith, based on your religious belief system. I will not sit and say there is nothing like that. We need to just believe in science, nor I'm promoting it.
Mm-hmm.
So, because a doctor saying it should not that I'm promoting. I'm not promoting it, but we cannot just say there is nothing. I can't just say that there is no energy, there is no God. I can't say that. And personally, being a Muslim, I would not refuse it.
Mm-hmm.
So I would not reject it, but I would not say mental health issue is because of black magic. Mental health disorder, like any other disorder, has a different identity. If it is a diagnosable problem, it's a mental health disorder. It's not black magic. If it is not a diagnosable problem, then maybe we may have to look into the other factors.
Mm-hmm. So, but how many patients do you feel they were treated completely, then they said, oh my God, this was a psychiatric issue. We simply wasted so much time, so much money going here and there, with faith healers. So do we have testimonials?
See, patients' belief system we cannot neglect. Many patients, when they come to mental health facility, they also go to temple, mosque, or their faith. They will go there. So we don't want to say that did not work and ours worked. Most of the time, whenever there is a recovery, patients would say, okay, we took medicine, but also we prayed.
Okay. So they want to give
credit to both. Yes. But it's not that who gets the credit. It's about how the healing happened. But mental health disorder exists. So we need to give importance to that. And at the same time, we need to understand black magic better.
So I think, as you're aware, I am doing a PhD in mental health treatment gap. One of the population I'm working on is the population who don't believe in allopathy or the evidence-based scientific psychiatric mental health setup. So they will end up in faith healing. They will end up in churches, in mosques, and in temples. So, but then obviously they don't have the access to the psychiatric setup, be it a rural or a urban place. So does that mean that population doesn't get treated completely? That is the mental health treatment gap, right?
Yeah. If they don't access doctor, they don't. They kind of have complications of mental health disorders, and they end up homeless, or they commit suicide, or they're unemployed. They have to go to the complications of untreated mental health disorders.
So, then what are we doing for it?
We have to increase awareness, and then even if people only believe in faith healing, that's where the dawa dua model comes into picture, where we have to encourage dawa and dua too.
What is this dawa dua model? For my information, for the benefit of the audience, I know we are not digressing from the topic, as you said. What is it, dawa dua for all faith-based?
It's all faith-based because dua is where the black magic comes into picture. And especially in Indian population, I think most of the Asian countries, they do believe in the black magic and dargah and these religious places where they go for treatment. So the government of India has launched this dawa dua project, wherein along with faith healing, like you go to dargah, you go to temple, you go to churches, but there the intervention is given in the worship place along with the medication. Dua model also is given.
Dua is given by the faith
healers, and dawa is given by the doctors. So it kind of integrates both the treatment, wherein government itself is acknowledging that we are not against the faith. We do not question your belief system, but we also want to intervene by giving medication. That's the whole idea. Our Management Hospital also is a part of it, and then want to take it ahead as we move on.
How effective is that? What has been the consequences or maybe positive impact of it?
Because there's a huge gap between the treatment, as you said. There's a lot of work to be done, but that's a way ahead.
I am 100% sure that I don't need to tell you what is happening in the name of this black magic, evil eye. I mean, people are
Jinn.
aware, jinn, all those things. It's become an institution these days. I mean, I have one of my very close friends, wherein if the child is not doing good or if he doesn't sleep, then, there is this lemon business, kumkum business, haldi business. How do you see all this? Don't you feel like it's a mockery? Now, there are institutions. There is an institution in, I don't name the faiths. Every faith, there's an institution wherein you go for the list of these problems. If you do this, and they will also tell you who has done the black magic.
Yeah.
They will name it out. So how do you see this?
We need to look at it from different layers. From the person who is suffering, like the person having a mental health disorder or a child suffering, they are only looking at a solution. They are so vulnerable. Whoever says anything, they are going to believe it.
Okay.
And they want a tangible solution. So someone says, okay, do something on the lemon, or go do this 100 times, or you kind of wear this color of cloth. They are going to simply submit themselves to you because they're so hurt, and at that point their judgment is not working. They are vulnerable population. So it can be psychologically healing because they are getting a chance to look at the problem. They're also, in a way, looking at a solution too. There is some kind of a evolution happens within the family on the patient, which in a way helps them. They are getting access. See, as human being, all of us want to be witnessed. Somebody should see us. We want to be seen. We want to be seen. Our pain needs to be seen. Somebody should acknowledge. If some Baba or somebody is listening to you, giving you confidence, giving you reassurance, giving you that hearing, that is therapeutic to some extent. And also the kind of a reassurance that I'm going to cure you, just trust me. In a way, you have handed over your burden to that person. That actually gives the psychological space. That's why people run towards this. Even though there is million evidence it is not true, there are million to another person going to it, who is educated, who has access to technology, who knows everything. But when he is suffering, he is still going. Why? Because there is a relief. Which is accessible, which is soothing. In pain, no. When somebody is in pain, they just want to hear, I'll be better. And people want someone to tell you that you will be better. So only to hear that you will go somewhere. So that's what is happening. We are kind of bypassing the process of recovery and imagining a world of recovery already. So people are in debt. People are in trouble. They are in legal problems. Marital issues. They don't want to go through the process of healing, but they will jump to a person who will tell, see, I will do this prayer, I will send you this energy, and you will be all right. So this person submitted to that energy and forgot they are accountable for doing the job. They didn't do any of it, but they submitted. In psychologically, it's very healing. No, oh my God, I don't have to do anything. Somebody is just passing energy. So you are not accountable. You have now the luxury of blaming somebody. Now this black magic was done by my neighbor. So problem is happening. I didn't do anything. So you are not owning up anything. You are just telling, okay, there's a shaitan who did this to me, or a jinn did this to me, or some nimbu did this to me. So I am such a nice person. So someone else did this to me. So you are not accountable. You are very comfortably blaming it on someone else. And you are now getting the luxury of reassurance that everything is going to be all right. Who don't want that? We all want that a fantastic world where all our problems are solved and we are not even responsible for anything. I just have to sit and watch, or I have to pay some money to somebody and my problem is solved. And of course, and you're blaming some neighbor or nanand or some relative of yours who did your black magic. Psychologically, it's working very well. But then in the long run, it piles up because you didn't do any work. It comes up as a big mess. So initially, there's a comfort. So for the first 3 months, the child feels good. Wife is happy. Everybody seems that, okay, this person solved my problem. There was actually black magic. See how peaceful we are. You're peaceful because you handed over your issues to someone else and blamed someone else, and you absolutely didn't take accountability for the problem, by the way. So for first 3 months, everything looks good. Then the problem surfaces in a big, monstrous way. That's when They come to emergency room, marriage problems are bigger, they are in the court now, child is having much more infection. So it surfaces. So why our culture is kind of allowing it is because it is a false sense of safety. There's a false sense of comfort, and it is immediate, and I don't have to own it.
I think, yeah, that is one of the reasons. And the second reason is, I think it is something to do with the mob mentality.
Yeah.
I mean, my neighbor has done it, and
I
he's
will also
vouched for
do
it, and he got recovered, and the belief system gets stronger.
And then it's easy.
I think this is the best marketing. I go to a dargah, I tell one of my very close friends, even if he is Hindu or Christian,
Yeah.
he believes, he said, you see, I have witnessed.
In my eyes.
I have witnessed. He was crying all the night. The second day, Baba did something, he threw some water. It's all fine now. Maybe it could have been.
That's one aspect of why community cultures are, adhering to it, and why it's becoming more popular. Because there is this easy access. One way of looking at it. There's another way of looking at it where there may be power as well, where there is a power of God, power of prayer, power of chanting. That aspect we can talk about, how that is healing the problem. That's also there. There's this aspect as well, which we need to look at.
Okay, that could be true. I mean, there is a population, if you tell them these things like, there is no evidence, I think it is going to be a big fight, because they have such a strong belief system that this works. But I think the problem gets worse when, in the name of, genuine faith healing, when people make it a profitable business.
Not only that, even the community, the culture is so pro into it that it has become a part of the thing. So, but I also see benefit of it. There's another area which is benefiting it. So there are two problems. So one is we are entering into a solution immediately in an emergency. We are going to dargah, we are going to temple, or we are blaming it on someone that they have done a black magic. So it's become one layer of comfort. Okay, now I am such a sane person. Somebody has done, the shaitan did the job. I didn't do anything. So you didn't absolutely take account of it.
It's like passing the buck.
Yeah, but you just felt good about it. So that's one aspect of it. But then there's another aspect of it where I see immense benefit as well. So there was one patient who came to me. I can never forget this lady, because this was in the initial stage of my practice where that's when my mind changed about black magic and stuff. Young lady, very dynamic lady, she comes to me with child who is autistic. When the history was given, I was in my mind thinking, oh my God, child is autistic. I mean, in a way, I had already diagnosed, okay, this is over and nothing will happen. That kind of an attitude I had as a doctor. This was in the initial phase of my practice, and I'm sorry about it because I was so nihilistic about the whole thing. And then she told, okay, I have another child who is also autistic. And I got a next shock. I was like, okay, it's fine. Then she says, Miss Nadu, my husband, because my both children are having issue, he left me for another girl.
Oh my God.
And I kind of stood like that. So it was like, I was like thinking, how is she smiling? How is she even smiling? How is she having that kind of a positivity? So then she kind of explained to me, okay, now my two kids are abnormal. I know I need to carry this and I need to do this. And I don't have a support system. I don't have my husband. I don't have anybody. And she's very young. So what are you going to do about it? So the way she explained things to me, it changed my perspective about disability. And that's when I started my school for disability. And I still stick on to it because what she said and what she told changed my viewpoint about disability itself. So she told me these kids are going, she's a Muslim, so she said that these kids are going to be in Jannah tomorrow, and they are the people who are innocent, who are going to be so much better than us in the next world. So I want to serve them happily because I'll also get a chance to do it.
Yes.
And the way she managed, then I got into the details of what do you actually do. Then she said how she does ruqya, she reads Quran, she kind of gets energy from that. And then, I initially felt very funny, like how can you do that? But then when I continued with it for some time, that's when I realized this is a blessing by itself. If you have that kind of a belief system where you're in the right place, like it could differ from religion to religion, but if you have that faith that there is a divine intervention in my life, there's a divine meaning for my diagnosis, there is a divine meaning for the pain I go through, and you enjoy the process because you're going to get something out of it, and you're doing everything rightly by being accountable, not blaming anybody, not blaming anybody, not trying to get a soothsayer tell you some nice words. That lady taught me how accountability, how responsibility, and how having a purpose makes the entire difference in your life. So I think that's when my perspective about black magic changed, my perspective about religion changed, my perspective of disability changed. From there I salute that woman. Even today I am in touch with her. The amount of work she has done for herself and for the other children with disability is amazing. So there are two sides to it. There's one side where you're absolutely blaming it on black magic and telling that
playing the victim card.
Oh my God, I am such a nice person, I don't have to do anything because black magic is done. Some Maulana is going to change the black magic for me and I am going to be all right because I'm the nice person. Another side of it, I have this as a purpose. I'm accountable to it, what I do about it and how I do about it, and I do the right thing to get the direction for my life, and then use your religion as one of your vehicle for your journey. That's another angle of it. So we need to look at both the aspect. Religion, your belief system can be your strength. At the same time, it can be your weakness. So we need to have the right perspective to look at it in the right way. Then, if at all you have looked at it from the right perspective, then that's your strength. But if you become foolish and then you kind of succumb to these kind of false promises, then that's your weakness.
I think that is the best thing, having an integrative approach, having a holistic approach, wherein you don't outright hurt their egos, saying that we are a scientific, science-backed hospital. We don't accommodate these faith healing, divine, spiritual energy. I think this is a game changer.
Yeah, that person was a game changer to me, because before that, whenever I spoke to any people with serious mental health disorder or disability, I dismissed in my head. And I am guilty about it that I did that, because as a doctor, we don't know why is there disability. If the question comes to me like, why am my child mentally retarded? You're like, yeah, she has a developmental problem. But then there is beyond that. How does a parent cope? What is that they have to get up in the morning and look at? You see so many parents with disability and parents of children with mental illness, they commit suicide. The patient also commits suicide because there is no hope. There is nothing they can catch on to. There is no anchor that they have. But if they have the right anchor from a religious background, from whichever faith they come from, if they think, okay, now this journey of me, this illness of mine, this problem of mine is the purpose of my life where I will help others, or I will learn because God is with me, I'm going to help more people, that becomes a purpose. You have a reason to get up in the morning. I will get up today and I will make something new so that so many other people are benefited. Then you will not think about killing yourself. You would groom yourself more so that you are a benefit to someone else.
True.
So I think especially when we talk about complicated topics like mental illness, we need to have a broader perspective, and the community should know to use these things like black magic or faith in God and faith in energy in the right perspective for their own benefit rather than the damage. Don't be foolish. Your illness should make you strong, not foolish. Your pain should be a power rather than a victim card. You cannot play a victim. You should become powerful with your pain. That's what the message I want to give to the family and people who are going through mental illness. Don't make your pain, you don't become a victim. Become powerful, become stronger, have a better direction, have a better vision for yourself and for people around you.
That was so insightful, and I want to mention this. I think this is the right time. So Mind and Brain Hospital is the only institution, I think one among the institutions wherein we don't kind of outright neglect or reject faith healing. We have actually integrated a lot of faiths, and we do appreciate, wherein people who are not willing to come, saying that, we don't want to only get treated with science. We have, other holistic divisions. We have diverse people here in Mind and Brain Hospital who take care of the things. even whenever there is a need.
Yeah.
Okay, Dr. Safia, I know, you are very busy these days. You have a full packed practice. But for my audience, one message, all the people who are going through a lot, who have hit their, lowest life, we can call it. One message to all of them wherein they feel confident. What is the action plan? What is the next plan of action therein they can approach?
Look within, look from where is this coming. So many a times it's our insecurity which is causing us to run from pillar to post. We are so insecure. Somebody has done something to me, somebody is jealous of me, somebody is just behind me, that I go and seek help from outside. So most of the time it's our own insecurity, our own incapability to process the information. If you're in any kind of a distress, first powerful tool is restrain. Calm down, stop, don't do anything.
Don't panic.
Be neutral, calm down, think through and take action. And whenever you're taking action, don't be too much in a hurry or react too much. Go slow and do things which are more better rather than foolish.
So basically what you're saying is that in the phase of pain and vulnerability, we should not become gullible and take any hasty decisions.
And self-restraint is the only powerful tool at that time. And you should always convert your pain into a power rather than your weakness.
That was Dr. Safia with us. And my sincere apologies for the studio. I think there's a work going on. But my digital team, I think they will do their best not to kind of showcase our non-studio platform. So that was so nice. That was so insightful. I think it's a record-breaking podcast today. I think we did so quickly. We finished. And for the benefit of audience, I want to reiterate one more time. We have never ever prepared any podcast. It's all impromptu. It is all, planned and done at the right moment. Thank you so much for watching us. God bless you. My name is Tariq Rahmani. I have with me Dr. Safia. Bye-bye. So with that, I think we should call it a day. Yeah, Dr. Safia, I can see you're very busy. You have a very, time constraint practice.
No, I have an online practice.
Everything is going now. Recording is happening. Okay.
साउंड कैसा है आपका फोन में?
ये इधर आ रहा है
Why?
ऑफ कर दूं?
It's now reduced.
ओके नहीं घड़ी लगा के रखेंगे मेरा सिग्नेचर है